Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Aulia Yasmin and my student number is 2023-32081. Today I will explain how access control list or ACL works in Cisco network environment. This explanation is based on topology that I built in Cisco Packet Tracer during our practical lab session. So let's begin by looking at the network topology shown on the screen. In this topology, we have two separate network segments connected through one central router named router 0. On the left side, we have PC0 and PC1 connected to a switch. On the right side, we have PC2 and server named server 0 also connected to a switch. Switches are linked to router 0 using Ethernet cables. This setup simulates a basic network where we can apply an access control list to control or restrict communication between the devices. An ACL in networking is a set of rules that apply to router interface to control traffic flow. This rule can permit or deny specific types or traffic based on parameters like source IP address, destination IP address, and protocol type and port number. In our case, the ACL is used to control traffic between the left and the right side of the network. For example, we suppose we want to block PC0 from accessing server 0, but still allow PC1 and PC2 to communicate freely. And to achieve this, we apply an extended ACL on the router interface. An extended ACL is more specific than standard ACL because it allows us to filter based on both source and destination IP addresses as well as protocols. So we can block only ICMP, which is used by the ping command from PC0 to server 0 without affecting other traffic. And here's how the ACL works in the background. First, when PC0 sends a packet to server 0, the packet goes through router 0. And then the router checks the ACL rules applied on its interface. If there is a rule that denies packet from PC0 IP to server 0 IP, the router drops the packet. But if the traffic from PC1 or PC2 and not blocked by the ACL, the router allows it pass through. And the router denies ping ICMP packet from PC0 to server 0. All other traffic is permitted. The ACL is applied inbound on interface FA0/0 where packets from PC0 enter the router. In this simulation, we can test this by pinging the server from PC0 and PC1. The ping from PC0 fails because it is blocked by the ACL, while the ping from PC1 is successful. This demonstrates how ACL can provide network security and traffic management by controlling who is allowed to talk to whom. And to conclude, ACL is a powerful tool in Cisco networking that allows administration to control traffic, enhance security, and enforce policy within a network. By using extended ACLs, we can make very specific rules like blocking only one computer from accessing a specific server. And this lab gave us a hand-on experience on how ACLs work and how to figure them effectively. So after completing the practical section on access control list or ACLs using Cisco Packet Tracer, it can be concluded that ACL are fundamental feature in managing network traffic and enhancing network security. ACL allow network administrator to control access between devices based on IP addresses, protocol, and specific ports, helping to filter and permit or deny traffic according to defined policies. And in the simulation conducted, ACL were successfully implemented to restrict access from PC0 to server 0 by applying an extended ACL on the appropriate router interface. And this configuration demonstrates that with a solid understanding of network topology and traffic. ACL can be applied effectively and flexibility. Overall, this practical section provides a comprehensive understanding, both conceptually and technically, of how ACL can be used to manage and secure network environments. The experience gained through this lab will be valuable for students preparing to enter the field of network security and system administration. Thank you very much.